Welcome everybody to Waterbox Wednesday, Rich.
Yes, sir.
We love Wednesdays. Gets us pumped up, man. Pumped up. Today, we're talking about
Protein skimmers.
protein skimmers, everybody.
And heaters.
And heaters, of course. But listen, we want you to share the stream. We want you to tell your friends about it. We want you to comment, wave, tell us you're watching. Let's start the show. Let's go. Welcome back, everybody. Listen, protein skimmers, great topic. Everybody has questions about protein skimmers.
Right. Skimmers are an extremely important asset to your aquarium.
Very important.
There's a lot of people that say, do I need a protein skimmer?
Of course.
If you were to ask me, Dean, I would say absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep your maintenance down. It's going to decrease the need for as many water changes. And it's going to pull out all the nasty pollutants and organics in the water that you don't want.
Absolutely, yeah.
So a real important piece of equipment.
Yeah, I mean, once you see that sludge that comes out of a protein skimmer, I mean, it's going to change your life.
Yeah, and when you smell it,
Yeah,
you're going to vomit.
It is crazy, crazy. So a couple shout outs. Christopher says, hey guys, Mike is watching, Angie's watching, Heather. Mike says, yes, he's one of our top fans, Mike Schrader.
Yes.
So guys, we want to show you, actually the guys at Ecotech have been very gracious. They went ahead and sent us a Nyos Skimmer for us to play with on our 100.3 build, and we installed it because we're one step closer to finishing this build.
Yeah, we're getting one step closer to actually getting some livestock in here. And when you guys see this protein skimmer, you're going to appreciate how good this thing looks.
Yeah,
There's one thing I've
sure.
always said about the Nyos skimmers is that they look really nice. It's like it almost looks like, I don't know.
Like a
They're
work of
just
art.
so
It's
clean.
like an art. Yeah.
But I promise you it's not going to look like that forever. So enjoy it while it lasts because this thing pulls out some nasty stuff that's also going to make the skimmer look pretty nasty.
For sure. So definitely check out the video, guys, while we install the new Nyos Skimmer. Today on the 100.3 Platinum Reef build, we're talking about protein skimmers. What is a protein skimmer? And a lot of people ask that question. Do I need one? Do I have to have one? What does it really do? Well, here we're going to tell you all about it. Ecotech was very gracious in sending us this new Quantum 160 for our 100-gallon build. This skimmer is actually really powerful, and I'm excited to show you. Let's go check it out. Nyos does a great job of preparing the skimmer, so there's not too much assembly required. I'll go over a few of the parts. This is the skimmer body itself. They also gave us a collection cup here for the Skim8. This is your bubble plate that helps produce the bubbles. We have the pump, which is the needle wheel pump, which you can see. And this is our air valve, which is actually going to suck air into the pump for us. So we'll go ahead and quickly assemble this, and we'll get right back. Now that we've built the Quantum 160 skimmer, let me tell you a little bit about how this whole thing works. This injects water and air into the base of this unit. I call it the bubble factory right here. So it's sucking air in through this tube actually in the top. The air gets pulled through into the pump, and that needle wheel starts spinning, and this whole chamber is going to fill up with millions of micro bubbles. What's going to happen is the protein in the water is actually all the fish waste, uneaten food, detritus. It all clings to the air bubbles, and it gets forced up the neck of this cone shape and into this collection cup here at the top. Now, this collection cup is going to get pretty nasty. It's going to get like a sludge, black sludge in here. That's what it's actually pulling out of your aquarium. So we want to keep this clean all the time, do some regular maintenance on this skimmer. But first, let's go ahead and install it here on the 100.3. Now on the 100.3 build, let me show you the skimmer chamber here. This is the middle section is where we're going to put the protein skimmer. We've got our auto top-off section, our pump section, the skimmer, and also our micron socks. So it's real easy to assemble. We're actually just going to stick this skimmer right inside the space here. The Waterbox has provided a lot of room for you to put that skimmer in there. This is actually an oversized skimmer for this tank, but plenty of room. We're simply going to plug it up, and we're actually going ahead and start adjusting it. Now that we've got the skimmer hooked up and plugged up, we want to make sure that the water level is kind of low in the skimmer body, because what's going to happen is that the skimmer needs to actually be broken in. There's a lot of oils from the factory, bacteria levels are all everything's jiving in there. So we want to make sure it doesn't overflow on us. So definitely keep your water level a little bit lower. You can adjust it right on the top here. There's a threshold. Also, just keep an eye on it. Once more fish and corals start getting in there and the bacteria starts getting in there, that's when the skimmer's really going to start acting up. So we're all set. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back, everybody. Wow.
Wow, great job, Dean. That was real informative. I mean, and it also goes to show you how simple it is to install a protein skimmer.
It is very, very simple. Do you have to, like we said, if you have a cube tank or something, do you have to have a protein skimmer? Yeah,
so guys, we talked about this a little bit earlier about, do you need a protein skimmer? On a tank this size, I would say yes. But if you have like one of our smaller tanks, like the Cube 20 that we've done a build on, I wouldn't say you do, because it's a difference of water volume. So when you're doing a water change, a 20% water change on a 20-gallon tank is a 5-gallon bucket. So it's real easy. But now you start getting into 100, 130-gallon tanks, you're going to need 20 gallons of water to do a water change. So you're going to want something that's filtering out those dissolved organics, the detritus and things like that. It's going to make your job a lot easier. And another thing, when you invest in a protein skimmer, spend as much as you can.
Yeah,
on
there's
a
different types.
Skimmer.
Yeah, there are different types of skimmers as well. I mean, there's external pumps and internal pumps, or AC pumps versus DC pumps, and
a lot of options.
A lot of options on the market. So you got to do your research on it.
Yeah, so it can be a little bit overwhelming how many options there are. And the reason we chose Nyos was because it's a great German-made product, and it's backed by Ecotech Marine. So you know that you got a U.S. company backing the product. They have the parts, they have the support, they have the infrastructure, and we know they perform, so it's really a no-brainer.
Of course, of course. Let's take a shot quick over and see the skimmer running. You can see that, guys. I mean, look at that. That thing is like a bubble factory. You can see it kind of popping up on there.
Yeah, I mean,
very, very cool.
There's a lot of air into that skimmer. A big thing with skimmers that drive their efficiency is how much air they create. And as you can see from this shot, that skimmer has no problem creating air. It's going to have no problem pulling out any of the nasty stuff that's going to build up in this tank.
Absolutely.
Great product.
Yeah, really, really good. I'll show people too. I'll head over there, Rich, with this. We also got this heater I want to show everybody as well.
So again, guys, we showed you the video on installation of the protein skimmer, the Nyos 120 protein skimmer. And Dean's going to jump right in here and show you how to get the heater hooked up as well.
I mean, look at this, guys. I mean, this skimmer is just cranking. We just literally hooked it up. It's doing super, super well. I mean, really, really awesome. So we've got ourselves a 200-watt heater here, and this is going to be plenty of power for what we need on this 100-gallon build. Really nice. The heaters come in different varieties. They have titanium heaters, submersible heaters. But here you can actually adjust the temperature of what you want it to dial in. And it'll go to that temperature and it'll set it. Now on a saltwater aquarium, we're looking between 76 and 78 degrees would be a really great
those are great
range.
temperatures too, Dean, because the the hotter the tank gets, the more susceptible your fish are to disease and things like that. So you really want to keep that optimal temperature.
Yeah.
You don't want the tank getting too hot or too cold.
Yeah, so the most heaters come with suction cups that you can literally just you put inside the tank, and you can just suction it. You can even put it inside the tank if you'd like. You can put it in the sump. You can put it inside the overflow box. A lot of options for everybody, but we're just going to stick this in the sump because it's kind of out of the way. So we'll just hook this up. It's real simple. I mean, you won't be able to really see it, but this is all we need, just like that.
Yeah, really simple. You just stick in the suction cups to the glass, and you're setting it and forget it. You're also going to need to, buy a decent thermometer, right, Dean? Just to kind of maintain,
just to help
to monitor the temperature.
For sure. Actually, I'll leave that open so you guys can see that. But yeah, really, really good. And this tank is getting really, really nice, Rich. I think we are one step closer to...
I think this thing's almost ready for fish.
Yeah.
We're getting there. Next week, we're going to be talking about cycling the tank, but once we've finished up the cycle, we're going to start adding fish and some of those easier corals.
Absolutely. That's what everybody loves, for sure. Well, a couple shout-outs, too. Mahmoud says hello. Julien says bonjour. Yavi, Mike, Nancy, thanks for the video. Let's see what else we got here. Mitch says, morning, guys. Mike says, proven quality product. Mahmoud, what's your recommendations heater for the 40.1? I've been having trouble finding a good heater that fits it. So on a 40.1.
I would look at, well, it just depends on how much you're having to heat the water. So you're going to want to look that up. Yeah. It's anywhere from 1 to 5 watts per gallon. But if you want a really reliable heater that I've used for a long time, the Eheim Jagger heaters.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Really good. Maybe a 50-watt heater would do you just fine.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, we've definitely. Leighton said, "What tank is currently being shown?" That is a 100.3 Platinum Reef. This is where it's a 3-foot footprint by 2 feet deep, Starfire glass on the whole thing. I mean, for people that are just joining us on Waterbox, I mean, this tank is gorgeous, guys. I mean, the cabinet is beautiful.
Yeah, I want to show them something, Dean, because I'm glad they asked that.
Yeah.
So we have the Starfire glass. We have 3 hinges here, Dean. 3.
Yeah.
They're all coated in PVC to prevent rusting. So really high quality cabinet, high quality glass overflow, which helps you keep all the algae and coralline and such off of the tank, and soft closed doors.
Yeah, look at that. The tank, you don't jar the tank when you close the doors. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just a nice, soft, gentle push on it. Really, really sharp. So once again, 36 inches by 24 is the footprint on this tank. We've got 2 Ecotech XR15s with the Armis tank mounts on it. We got the Nyos Skimmer running in there. I mean, this thing is really,
that tank
really nice.
is loaded down with some really nice equipment. But when you're setting up a reef tank and you're caring for these animals that are very fragile, you want to invest in the life support system.
Absolutely.
Why are you going to go out and buy these expensive animals and not invest in the equipment required to care for them?
Yeah, for sure. I said we got Marco rocks in there, different varieties. We got the sand from the Bahamas sand in there. We've got Ecotech power heads back there, the Vortex.
Ron says no refugium ? No, Ron, and the reason for that is that's just not the method that we're going for here. We're going for heavy protein skimming, water changes, which is essentially as effective, if not more, than having a refugium. I know refugiums are real popular right now, but I'm a big fan of simplicity.
Of course.
Water changes, protein skimming, don't overfeed, test your water. You're guaranteed success.
Yeah. Also, we got the 2 socks in there. Rich, we have a mesh sock and then a micron sock. Comes with the Waterbox, so it really helps filter that water and get it really, really clear. I mean, this thing is just jamming. I mean, we are locked and loaded. It's like putting the bullet in the gun, man. We're ready to shoot this thing off. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah. This tank's going to be absolutely stunning. We're getting real close to to the really, really fun part. I do love building the aquariums, though. That's part of the fun for me. It's almost like engineering the system, putting the equipment in it.
I love that.
You know, eventually it'll be on cruise control and it'll just be the everyday maintenance.
Yeah, just dialed in real good. But so we're going to load this thing up with anemones and tons of clownfish and some really cool stuff.
It's going to be, there's going to be a lot of activity happening.
Yeah.
Corals flowing, anemones flowing, fish all over the place.
Sick. It's going to be,
you guys are going to love it.
People are going to be like, wow, I mean, that you're going to want this in your house. And I'd strongly encourage that.
And what we're trying to show you is this is easily attainable to have a beautiful aquarium in your home.
Yeah.
Waterbox's motto is to grow the industry and grow the hobby one aquarium at a time.
Absolutely, yeah. Bob says, hey guys, where can I buy the rocks that you have? Looks like you have some nice flat ones. Well, actually, yeah, Marco Rocks is the maker of those rocks. It's actually a Bahama thing. They actually they cut one side of the rock, so it's like a flat.
Right, they cut it. So the rocks that you see on the base of the aquarium, they're like a foundation rock. So they're cut flat on the bottom so that they can sit and be real stable in the aquarium for then you to stack everything else up above it. And in between that, you'll see their shelf rock, which are very flat pieces.
Yeah, very, very cool. So it turned out great. It's all clean. It's a natural product. It's not going to leach anything into your tank. Really, really good. Mike says, look at the foam on the skimmer. The skimmer's killing it. David gives us a thumbs up. Larry, what return pump is being used on the tank? Larry wants to know. Okay,
so Larry, if you go back a few live streams, you can find them on YouTube or Facebook. We did an installation of the Ecotech Marine Vectra M1 pump. It's a DC pump, fully controllable. It works with EcoSmart Live. It's a smart return pump that's whisper quiet. Top of the line. Retails for about $349.
Yeah, really, really nice.
But when you look at it, Dean, you're spending $1,600, $1,700 on an aquarium, and your return pump is really like the artery of your aquarium. You're going to want to make an investment in a pump that's reliable with a company that's reliable.
Exactly. Ecotech, man, they are just right on the money. Leighton says, awesome guys, plan on ordering from you next week. Thanks, guys. Bob says, I will be setting up my 130.
Well, this is a preemptive welcome to the Waterbox family, my friend.
Yes. We love it, man, when people join the Waterbox family.
Yeah, so make sure you guys join the Waterbox Facebook group. We have an official Facebook group. We got all our Waterbox owners on there posting pictures of their tank, talking about aquariums.
They do, yeah. And some of them do crazy modifications, to their tank. They're like, oh, man, I'm tweaking on putting these LED lights in the cabinet.
Yeah, there's some crazy setups on there.
I mean, it's really awesome.
A lot of these guys go over the top with their setups, and it's really great to see it. It's really neat to see all of our Waterbox users and owners.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I said, but the skimmer, man, that quantum skimmer is just killing it right now. I mean, we put a little bit of bacteria in there just to kind of get things going a little bit, but man, it is just cranking. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's a beautiful tank right there, Rich.
Yeah, look at the, I mean, rimless. I think that tank has, 12 millimeter Starfire glass. Got the laser etch logo in the top left. Just a really stunning setup. Will fit into the decor of about just any home.
Yeah, I know. And we sell about 50-50 on the white and black cabinets. It's just personal preference. You know, but it just looks really, really sharp. We're just real excited about this build, man. I mean, we've been pacing it out. I'm ready to put those fish in there.
Bob says he'll be setting up his 130.4 soon. Nancy says hopefully we can have a store in Portland. Nancy, if you have a store that you'd love to see Waterbox in, send them our way. We'd be happy to get them set up.
Yeah, he says we're getting a tank from saltwateraquarium.com. That's what Nancy said.
That's one of our premier
partners. Absolutely. Yeah. So they have all of our stuff there. But also, we got cubes. We got something for everybody. I mean, Waterbox really does. I mean, from 4-gallon tanks up to 230-gallon tanks. I mean, all budgets, all shapes and sizes. We have it for you. So
Waterbox goes from A to Z.
A to Z, everything you need. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. Next week, we're cycling the tank out. We're throwing some bacteria. We're going to get all that going. And then we're ready for the livestock. So definitely stay with us. Share the stream. Tell your friends. We appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.